Hey guys, Khalid here, and today I wanted to do a news roundup regarding the Dragon Ball Super movie releasing in 2022. San Diego Comic-Con's Dragon Ball panel today gave us a ton of information regarding the movie. We now finally have the title for the film, and it'll be called Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which is a interesting name, though I'm not completely sold on it to be honest, but we'll see how that changes given context of the film when we get to see it. But as of right now, it doesn't sound really unique, it just sounds run-of-the-mill. But along with the name, we got a general release date being 2022, which we kind of knew before, but they've stated that it will be in 2022 in Japan specifically, with other release dates in other countries to be announced sometime soon. We also got character designs revealed, starting with Piccolo and his cape, and then another character design sheet with Piccolo without his cape and weighted clothes, suggesting that he'll probably be fighting in this film. Additionally, we get Krillin in his police gear as he has become a cop in the series, and we see that there's small adjustments to Krillin's design, but nothing too incredibly noticeable. And then a rather interesting design sheet that we see is Pan, who is now much older than she has been in the series, suggesting that this will take place further down the line than we've been accustomed to in the series, as the manga has taken place directly after the events of the Tournament of Power, where Pan would still be really young. And she is still young in these design sheets, but is noticeably older than the last time we've seen her, suggesting that this could take place beyond where we are currently in the manga. And with the reveal of these particular character design sheets, there's been a running theory amongst fans that this may be a Gohan-centric story that happens to be more grounded. One of the main reasons for this theory is the title, Superhero, and one of the only superheroes we know of in the series is the Great Saiyan Man, which is Gohan. If that theory does come true, that's pretty exciting considering Gohan hasn't been a main protagonist of the series in quite a while, not since the first half of the Buu arc where he was the primary focus before it shifted back to Goku and Vegeta. We also learned that Toriyama is in fact more involved with this story than he was in Dragon Ball Super Broly. He's adding new character designs, he's adding more detailed story elements, just contributing in general more to the story than he did in previous works. They say that it's been more so each time. And then perhaps the biggest part of this reveal is in fact the teaser that they released, which features a CGI model of Goku as the camera pans around, and then Goku does a kick and just some fighting preparation moves before he assumes a fighting stance. From this, we can sort of assume that the movie will take a CG approach with a blend of 3D and 2D elements. If you recall in Dragon Ball Super Broly, they tried to do a similar thing where they blended CG and 2D elements with hand-drawn animation on top of the CG, but those were usually in-betweens or short little segments in overall animation schemes. But in this movie, it appears that that's going to be the main approach, and this model does look more enhanced and looks better animated than it did in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. As you can see in the clip, it does appear a bit juddery, or the frame rate doesn't just seem fluid, but that either appears to be a result of stream error, or people have analyzed that the camera rotation follows an inconsistent and jittery frame count, resulting in this awkward and jittery image. Hopefully that's fixed in the final product, and this happens to be just a mistake. That pretty much concludes the information we got from the Comic-Con panel, but we get more information later on through this article via the Polygon. We have quotes from Goku voice actor Masako Nozawa, Shisha and Dragon Ball Super manga executive editor Akio Iyoku, and Toei Animation producer Norihiro Hayashida. I hope I'm pronouncing those names correctly, but I'm probably butchering them. Iyoku remarks upon the reveal of the new film title that we really wanted to emphasize that this movie is all about the superhero vibes. Toriyama is really focusing on the aspects of the superhero this time. Panel host MC Sasha goes on to say that Toriyama has written the original story, script, and also the character designs. He's deeply involved in the story structure, of course, the character design, and every detail of the dialogue. Iyoku would also confirm that he's been a big part of the previous movies, such as Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and of course Broly, but he can confidently say that he's been invested in this latest movie the most. They also go on to discuss the latest changes in the character designs, such as Piccolo's change of shading on the Namekian's telltale shoulders. What's typically pink in the television series is now a yellow shade along his upper arms, along with a new shade of red on his sash, where it was blue in the original series. They also comment on the slightly older Pan, who is still a toddler but now sports a kindergarten uniform. And a reveal that got a ton of laughs from the audience was that we can finally see Piccolo's house, with Nozawa saying that we'll finally see what the inside of Piccolo's house looks like in the film, finally bringing the fantasies of anime nerds everywhere to life. Hayashida then comments that, "I feel like Toriyama-sensei is always challenging us to do something new. Even with the same characters, he slightly changes something about them." And speaking of other characters, we get a glimpse at the first original character design for the film, with a piece of art done by Akira Toriyama himself. The character appears to be a gray alien decked out in a cape and uniform, and it's an interesting design, definitely befitting of Akira Toriyama. It's in line with a lot of his other characters. However, I'm unsure of this character's role in the film. I don't know if he fits the typical mold of a villain, so I don't know if he's going to be the big bad of this film or if we can expect someone else. Though I will say, if this happens to be the main villain, I imagine he'd undergo some kind of transformation to seem more threatening to our heroes. But that's just a theory, and his role is yet to be confirmed. And that about rounds up all of the news that we got today regarding the Dragon Ball Super movie Superhero, and releasing in 2022. I'm really excited for this film, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in theaters. When any additional news comes out about this movie, be sure to stay tuned here as I'll be covering it, along with any Dragon Ball related news and discussions. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, as it helps out tremendously, and share it with any friends who you think may be interested in the film. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.